Hey everyone, Pesmori here, and welcome to Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. And today, we'll be starting on... Oops, wrong one. Case 4, Sever Ties. That looks like a Frege. So it looks like we'll be getting more involved with the Freges, which rhymes with Sega. Up until now, we've been following the story of Tyrion Cuthbert. Because, you know... Isn't that the name of the game, Tyrion Cuthbert? We've experienced the world through his eyes, and fought for justice through his soul. Yeah, the soul that Ares saw through still creeps me out, man. But this time, why don't we start from a change of perspective? Isn't that how it usually starts? I can't believe Cuthbert read the client's mind without asking. It's starting to become a problem. He's becoming more and more reckless with each passing year. I wish Frey was still alive. He would know what... she would know what to do. Oh, the mother. She made it look so effortless. And he loved her. So... you know his mother. Sounds like you have history. Does he know? Would he have listened to her if she was still here? Probably. Is something the matter, Timora? I was right. She is a Frege, which rhymes with Sega. Nah, I was just thinking of something. Well, the trial is about to begin. I don't doubt your abilities, but I'd still appreciate it if you remained focused. Oh, she's 23. All of our futures are at stake after all. Of course, Miss Frege, but she's still 46, so it's not in the past. So I guess Beatrice is... if I had to take a guess, is Miriam's older sister. Either that or Beatrice had a very unfortunate motherhood. Well, a very unfortunately early motherhood. Ah, freelancer. That's another way of saying unemployed. Beatrice takes in a deep breath before she claps her hands together. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just a ritual I use to calm myself. I listen to Price of Freedom from Crisis Core for like an hour. Works for me. Right. I suppose we all deal with stress differently. But more importantly... Hey! Ah! Hey! Oh, okay. Okay. I guess the restraining order isn't formal yet. God damn. What are you doing here? My father sent me to guide Beatrice through the courthouse. Okay, yeah. It's a new environment for her, and we were both worried about her condition. I'm worried about my safety just looking at you. Just being very close to you. I still can't believe you were the boss's daughter this entire time. Why didn't you say anything at the academy? Oh, knowing my true identity would have caused friction with your son, wouldn't it? Just saying. Okay, not wrong. He's not my... Anyways, I suppose I understand why you stayed quiet. But I still don't appreciate being kept in the dark about this. Ironic, because Ruby Tomorrow is the kind of character to have like 25 million secrets. Oh, speak of the devil. You spot Cuthbert and McCoy walking into the courtroom with the other members of the gallery. McCoy... You know, it feels weird reading it like this. I'm so used to just saying Celeste. Okay. Cactus McCoy spots you and gives you a friendly yet awkward smile. This is a smile? However, Cuthbert ignores you entirely and walks silently into the room. Parental troubles? Stay away from me. We had an argument earlier. There's nothing to worry about. Is it about why blacks are better than whites? In chess. If you say so. You are wary about what he saw in Beatrice's mind, though. What? He's always been a good kid, but his idealistic sense of justice clouds his judgment sometimes. You just hope he's not planning to do anything reckless. Oh, he's planning on... He's already 4 parallel universes ahead of you. You think he doesn't have any? He has 40 plans. The trial is about to begin. Do you really have the time to be making small talk here? Ah, Prosecutor Steelwind approaches the 3 of you. But she appears to be accompanied by someone else. Hey! It's you! Pissy Sissy, if I remember right. Oh, Nightgrave. Nightgrave? Is that you? What are you doing here? Did you get arrested again? Oh, well... He's accompanying me as my aide for this case. Does he, like, resurrect the victim, and then you ask the victim the questions? Or is that only a D&D thing? I see. So I assume you'll be prosecuting. Of course, I would never pass up the chance to face the infamous Ruby Tomorrow. Really, if I recall correctly, you haven't even beaten Tyrion once. Ha! You hit the Tyrion button. I suppose you can't do anything about it. Miss Steelwind, don't strain yourself. I wonder why Beatrice is here. Nah, I guess I'll find out later. She looks pretty nice. What's that look for, Beatrice? You almost look surprised to see me here. That's her surprised look? Considering the circumstances, I thought you might recuse yourself. Well, thanks to a good old, viewer, I know what that word means now. Thanks, bro. I am more than capable of being objective. Especially for a case of this much importance. Well, I hope your mind is as strong as you think it is. Is everyone just dunking on Arya today? All but the one person she wants to dunk on her. Miss Steelwind, please calm yourself. Alright, he's a pissy sissy. He needs to sound more cowardly. Oh, I just love a good reunion. Yeah. I don't like reunions with you. You can just stay away forever, please. I don't want to see you ever again. I don't want to hear you talk. Okay? Just stay in the creepy corner. Court is now in session for the trial of Beatrice Frege, which rhymes with Sega. Miss Steelwind, Is the prosecution ready? Miss Deerwind? Of course, she does not sound ready. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Ooh, this is new. Okay. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Something seems off about her today. Is a personal attachment to this case distracting her? Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, could you please list the charges? Your Honor, the defendant is charged with first-degree murder and grand theft, Otto. As much as you know, Beatrice Frege, which rhymes with Sega, is the formerly missing daughter of the now late William Frege. Dang. And the victim of the murder is William Frege himself. Yes, I'm well aware of that. The people of Wyvengard will certainly mourn the loss of House Frega's head. Please, the only people mourning him are the banking house's shareholders. In other words, rich people. Screw them. But anyways, did you also say that the defendant is accused of grand theft, Otto? Yes, Your Honor. The crimes took place during the Lord's Ball, an event that was hosted in Frege Manor yesterday evening. Oh, it's gonna be one of those stories, isn't it? Where it's gonna take us back to the past. The Haraldson Hall of History had a gallery display within the manor. They were showcasing several magical artifacts donated to the Wyvengard Historical Society. One of these items was the Sword of Spell Eating, a magical artifact that allows its wielder to nullify magical effects. Hey, Asta, I think they stole something from you. And they renamed it too. That's just rude. What are you, the British? We, the prosecution, believe the defendant stole this item. She then used it to nullify the magic lock on the victim's study. After breaking into the study, she attacked the victim and slashed his throat open using a letter opener. And not the sword you have? Okay. That's like... oh, whatever. He died of blood loss shortly after. Okay. Okay. I see. But what possible motive would the defendant have to murder her own father? William Frege and his daughter were not close. Saying that they had a strained relationship would be an understatement. In fact, 5 years prior to the murder, Beatrice abandoned and fled her home. She went into hiding and did not contact any of her family or friends. Her whereabouts were unknown until she suddenly contacted her father a week ago. Oh, now I know where Tyrion got the desk slam from. And you're not even slamming the table! Your hands need to be on the table! Ah. You think you can hide it behind the letterbox? Screw you, I can right-click. My client left the Frege household because of her toxic relationship with her father. Ah. The good old classic daddy issues, okay. Gotta have those. She wanted to create a life for herself, and that was free from his influence and abuse. I won't disagree with your claims, but that just highlights how desperate the defendant must have been. She had clearly fallen on hard times and begrudgingly contacted her father for financial aid and then killed him afterwards. Why? Okay, yeah, actually come to think of it, does kind of make sense. The inheritance must be ginormous. But I can't think. I'm dumb. I can't possibly understand why they would schedule this meeting during the Lord's Ball. But nevertheless, several witnesses did see her that night, and these witnesses saw her storming out of her father's study in anger. Her father must have refused her request for gold, so she decided to murder him to claim his inheritance. But wouldn't it like fall on the mother or the wife or something? Whatever. Too dumb to think. Luckily, we prepared for this in advance. Yeah, the playing right into our hands. An inheritance. Okay. Desk slam, but not really desk slam. Got it. I did not read what she said just now. My bad. You don't have any evidence or testimony that confirms what they spoke about, but they have eyewitnesses. Yes, I'm well aware that you and your client have refused to tell us what was discussed during that meeting. But as long as you stay silent, my claims are plausible. Be honest, Steelwind. Do you seriously think my client committed these crimes in spite of her condition? Oh, that's a new one. Condition? What do you mean by that, Mr. Mora? She has... Oh wait, I can't say... I will offend people. Why don't you tell them, Steelwind? Tell the court about my client's disability. Your Honor, Beatrice Frege is considered legally disabled. However, I mean, I am too, so... I think. Legally disabled? That's a convenient way of putting it. My client isn't just legally disabled. She's completely blind! Blind? Is that true? We have several medical documents and testimonies from several... I'm not gonna read that. Attesting to her to that fact. My client is unable to see anything. Okay, sure. Okay, sure she's blind. But the rules of anime dictate that you're either a blind badass, or, you know, you gain back your sight through, you know, plot. What is the meaning of this, Miss Steelwind? Do you expect me to believe a blind woman performed any of the acts you are accusing her of? I'm so glad. You also see how ridiculous these claims are, Your Honor. I bet she can't, though. If the court would just let me elaborate. Steelwind, shut the f*** up. Wait. Steelwind. The prosecution's first charge is grand theft. Otto. My client would have needed to break into a magically secured display case. Performing such an act would be a difficult task for anyone, much less my client. And the second charge is first-degree murder. My client would have needed to use a sword of spell-eating on the lock leading to the victim's study. Then she would have needed to grab a letter opener, overpower the victim, and deliver a precise and fatal blow to the victim's neck. Does any of that sound like a reasonable theory, Your Honor? It's a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Please don't go. I'm compelled to agree with you, Mr. Mora. It all sounds quite ludicrous, to be perfectly honest. A lot of things. You have seen a lot of ludicrous things, bro. Okay? You have seen the tides change dramatically, and you're still this close-minded. You won't even at least hear Arya out. Hidoi! The Steel Winds are now just attacking the Fregas.
Objection!
There it is, the violence! Time to assert your dominance. Enough! Your Honor, the court has not seen the evidence that supports this case. Nor have you listened to the Inquisition's testimony regarding their investigation. Until you've done so, you are in no position to pass judgment. Wait a minute, 18? Very well, Miss Steelwind. I suppose you have a point. Guess the young lady has some claws after all. But it doesn't matter. Their case against Beatrice is questionable at best. Frankly, it's surprising that Steelwind even went through with this. It's only a matter of time before the judge sees things your way. To begin, the prosecution would like to call Commander Orim White to the stand. Commander White, please testify to the court about the Inquisition's findings. Right. We didn't want to cause a panic after the sword was stolen, so we activated the Manor's silent security system. It put an anti-magic field over the entire manor. We did a search of the house, and we found a stolen sword in the defendant's bedroom. It didn't look like she was going to run, and the Crown Prince asked her, told us to stand down, so we just kept a close eye on her. William Frege was in a bad mood that night, so he had already locked himself inside his study. But an hour later, we entered the study and found him lying dead in a pool of blood. Nah, that's just Kool-Aid. The lock was still engaged, and no one teleported in. The perp must have temporarily disabled the lock using the sword of spell eating. We have testimonies that say the defendant was seriously in debt. She must have murdered the victim to get a part of his inheritance. Their case against Beatrice is just as you predicted. Okay. Nice. And you already have a countermeasure to disprove the existence of any motive. All you have to do is present that to the court. Wait, doesn't the sword make the wielder immune to magical effects? An anti-magic field would only disempower anyone except the thief. Or everyone, whatever. Yeah, well, we didn't know the sword could do that until after the investigation. Up until then, we thought it was just a dusty old artifact. That seems pretty negligent. Are you sure you're qualified for your position? Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks he's qualified for his position, okay? The situation was unprecedented for everyone involved. One could hardly expect an ancient artifact to have magical capabilities. Do you know something, Orim? Anyways, what did you do after the theft, Commander? Seems like a strange conclusion to jump to. My client hadn't stepped foot in the Frege Manor in years. After being gone for so long, her bedroom had to be repurposed for something else. I'm not sure about the details. One of the defendant's sisters refused to let the servants disturb that room. Ah, Miriam! She's nice. If you're rich, that is. He'll even give you tea. And not just the cheap kind. I guess she was hoping that her sister would come back one day. Leaf? Leafy? Leif, whatever. And why would the prince tell you to stand down? Well, Crown Prince Aster knew the defendant well. He was confident she wasn't going to flee the scene. Are you sure he just knew her well? If I recall correctly, the prince is still very adamant about her innocence. The Crown Prince is vouching for the defendant. Is it true, Miss Deerwind? It is. However, I believe that the evidence found throughout the investigation proves the contrary. Are you sure your judgment isn't simply being clouded by your jealousy? Your fiancé was previously engaged to my client after all. Oh, I wonder what happened there. Oh yeah, right. The whole, running away thing, yeah. Ooh, yeah, even my boy here surprised. But, you know, I think Asta got an upgrade. If you ask me, okay? He got an upgrade. You're enjoying this a bit too much. Yeah, definitely an upgrade. Definitely. Aster, you really scored big time, man. You missed the moon and hit the sun. I don't know how that works, but yeah. Did anyone see him enter the study? A few people. One of them was Leif Freyga, the victim's second daughter. How many daughters does he have? She said that he was really irritated that night, so he went into his study for some peace and quiet. I guess his meeting with the defendants put him in a bad mood. But if the manor was covered in an anti-magic field, how did he lock the door magically? I'm not sure how, but the locks in the manor aren't affected by anti-magic fields. How? The magical locks generate a smaller anti-magic field around them. The two fields cancel each other out. It's like multiplying two negative numbers together. Going to be honest, I have no understanding of these things. Is what she's saying true, Beatrice? Yes, overlapping anti-magic fields are a well-studied phenomenon. You'll just have to take a word for it. Who was the person that discovered the body? The same person who saw him last. His daughter, Leif Freyga. Poor Leif. Must have been traumatizing for her. Did anyone else accompany Leif when she happened upon the body? Yeah, supposedly one of the servants got himself locked in a nearby storage closet, and he heard the violent attack through one of the air vents. Sounds sus, but I'll allow it. When he finally got out, he told Leif that they went into the study accompanied by some knights. Oh wait, no, he told Leif and they went into the, whatever. I'm too tired for this. The sword is integral to the case against my client and also to the plot of Black Clover, but here it is. So why is the description of its capability so vague? To be honest, the sword is magic, but it doesn't seem to behave like any spells we know about, so it's like a demonic tool? Or something? And we can't identify its magic like we usually do with artificery devices. According to Lord Haraldson, its powers are demonic in nature. Okay, I was right. Okay. But if you ask me, it's all a bunch of baloney. What do you know? Anyways, it's obvious that it doesn't follow the rules of nature. Wait, what? Oh, okay, now her hands are on the desk, kind of. What is it, Miss Tamora? It's nothing. Cuthbert is watching from the gallery, so he must have heard that too. Could the Eye of Horus have something to do with demons? No. Focus. Concentrate. You can worry about Cuthbert later. Either way, we've tested the sword's magic on similar locks. When used correctly, it is capable of disabling the locks on the study. You have testimonies? Wouldn't an official record be more valid evidence? Miss Tamora, you and I both know your client's creditors are not the type to keep such records. So you're admitting that you're relying on hearsay. One could conclude that. But it doesn't matter if we can prove this debt exists. The Frege estate is unimaginably vast. Debt or no debt, the amount of wealth would be a tempting boon to any individual. She has a point. House Frege owns all the banking houses in Wyvengard. People only dream of having that much power and wealth. The prosecution's case against Beatrice is already weak. You're not sure why they bothered coming in the first place. They should just go home, pack up, leave. They're done. Once you present it to the court, it's as good as yours.
Objection!
Oh, that's it. Oh, she has a voice! Yeah, and the hands are behind the desk again. Come on, man. Your Honor, the prosecution's case against my client is riddled with holes. And the prosecution's proposed motive is the largest among them. Sus. What do you mean? What do you mean, Miss Tamora? Of all the elements in the case, the motive is the most believable to an imbecile like you. Your client would have had much to gain through her father's inheritance. That may be. But that's assuming my client had anything to inherit at all. What? Your Honor, my client fled from her psychologically abusive father 5 years ago. How do you think he would react to that? Bump. Lady Frege was a petty and... Lord Frege was a petty and vindictive man. Do you honestly think he'd leave his inheritance to someone who disobeyed him so egregiously? How do you know that? How do you know he is petty? No, he'd do everything in his power to make sure she doesn't see a shred of his wealth. And I guess this is to make up for the absence of Tamora in the previous chapters, which I appreciate. Yes, we are already well aware of this. The moment she slams her cane down, you notice the prosecutor wince a little. Ooh. But she quickly hides it and regains her composure. On the night of the murder, the victim made a decision to disinherit the defendant. However, his murder deprived him of the opportunity to submit his will to his attorney of the Arcane. This only further proves the defendant's motive. She would have needed to act quickly, lest her father submit the changed will. I'm afraid you're mistaken, Steelwind. William Frege didn't disinherit my client that night. Nope, still behind. He disinherited my client 5 years ago. I have witness testimony from Miriam Frege, William's youngest daughter. Seeing how this William guy has 3 daughters, the mom must be hot. By her own admission, her father disinherited my client shortly after she fled the household. What? She never brought that up during questioning. Perhaps she's not as amicable as you thought. If you don't believe me, why don't we call her to the stand and ask her ourselves? What are you planning, Miss Tamora? I have no idea what you're talking about. Like when she's with Tyrion and everything, she's like unhappy and stuff, but when she's on the stand, she has the most emotion, man. Well, it's clear we don't get anywhere until we hear from Miriam directly. Bayleaf, please escort Miriam Frege, which rhymes with Sega, to the stand. Nice to see you again. Miriam, is the defense correct? Did your father disinherit Beatrice 5 years ago? Yes. Oh boy. And you didn't think it was necessary to share this information with me? Well, you never asked. If I recall correctly, you were also tight-lipped during questioning this morning. Are you staying quiet for your sister's sake? The witness just lost a father. You can hardly expect her to recall every detail that's relevant to the case. Which raises a more concerning question. How did you extract this information? Who knows? Maybe I just have a way with people. Sounds sus. Regardless, I suppose you have a point. I'll give the witness the benefit of the doubt for now. In any case, Miriam, please testify to the court about how you found out about the disinheritance. Yes, of course. One day, we all woke up and discovered Beatrice fled from our home. She left a note, and in it, she renounced her name and denounced my father. My father later called me and my sister to his study. He told us he'd completely disowned Beatrice and removed any claim she had to the Frege estate. It was probably a threat to us in case we ever chose to go down the same path she did. He wanted to make an example out of her. It all happened 5 years ago. That means she was 12! God damn. And are you sure this all happened 5 years ago? Yes. Even now, I can remember everything so clearly. I see. Her speech is getting slower. Is she deep in thought? My grave seems extremely concerned for some reason. And Leif was there with you at this meeting. Yes, she was. However, Leif couldn't have possibly been there. Her words are getting more slurred. He also, oh no, she's getting a stroke. Oh no, oh wait. Ares. She's within the vicinity. It's her, isn't it? God damn. Her words are getting more slurred. You notice her balance is slightly swaying. Hey, are you okay? Of course she is not okay. What? You know, this is the exact same pose of Tyrion. Oh right, back to the situation. You seem unbothered. Oh right, she's blind. By the scale, Lord. Is that blood? Blood? Bayleaf, find anyone capable of casting healing magic. Wallace! You pissy sissy! Get in there! Escort them to the courtroom immediately. After some scrambling, a couple of healers are able to help Nightgrave stabilize the prosecutor. In all the chaos, you caught a glimpse of her. There were deep wounds and blood on several parts of her body. She must have used some kind of illusion to hide them, but her disguise had become completely dissipated now. Why did she... Why? Why would... No, wait. Delusion? No, I think Eris has something to do with this. That creepy bitch. Why am I so vulgar all of a sudden? Before Steelwind is taken out of the courtroom, you catch her whispering something in Nightgrave's ear. You see a lot of confusion from him, but he nods and makes his way to the witness stand. But not before passing a message on to the Bayleaf, who seemed equally confused. Just what the hell's going on? Mr. Nightgrave, please explain yourself. What is going on? Why is Miss Steelwind so gravely injured? I'm sorry, but I wasn't actually here as Miss Steelwind's aide. I was here as her first aid kit. Her healer? The truth is, Miss Steelwind was violently attacked at noon today. She was in critical condition, but she insisted on prosecuting anyway. I owed her a favor, and she asked me to channel my necromancy to keep her wounds closed during the trial. Scaled Lord, why didn't she just recuse herself? She must have known. If anyone else tried to prosecute Beatrice, he would have handily won the trial. Nevertheless, she showed up to prosecute because no one else would. She did it all despite the risk to her life. It almost makes you respect her a little. Almost? Almost. Almost? Almost? Anyways, how to gain your respect? I guess punching a rich person would, I guess. Anyways, is there any need to prolong this trial, Your Honor? Well, what? Even you must acknowledge how weak the case is against my client. In addition to that, Miriam's testimony shows my client had nothing to gain. Mr. Mora, Miss Steelwind has been gravely injured. Read the goddamn room. And you're still only concerned about... The only thing I'm concerned about is seeking justice for my client. Even so, we can't move forward till we find another prosecutor. And how long do you think that'll take? It's been almost 12 hours since the murder took place. That gives us what? 36 hours? After that, every magical trace will fully disappear. But there might be someone... If Steelwind had simply allowed another prosecutor to work this case, we wouldn't be in this situation. She took a risk and now she has to pay the price of freedom. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? God damn, Ruby! Why are you so heartless? Come on! You're not exactly proud of winning this way. But if this is what it takes to win, and you won't let an opportunity like this pass by. The judge is clearly unhappy with this turn of events, but it's out of his hands now. Well, due to today's unprecedented events, I suppose I have no choice. So much for the grammar update. There's no prosecutor available to immediately take Miss Steelwind's place. So we will take a brief recess After that, I will deliver my verdict.
Objection!
Well, that's new. Your Honor, I'm afraid you can't pass a verdict just yet. It's weird seeing Tyrion like this. Mr. Cuthbert? Cuthbert? Yeah, what? Hey, how's your jacket staying up that long? Shouldn't gravity like pull it down? Ah, whatever. What the hell are you doing? Oh, she's pissed now. She's really pissed. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? But what I do know is that there was a massive contradiction in Miriam's Frega's testimony. But it looks like things aren't going to be as simple as you expected. Well, that's new. The night before. Ugh, I feel so out of place here. Despite your clear hatred for the nobility, you found yourself at a party filled with aristocrats. You hardly recognize anyone, but many of the people here clearly recognize you. You're used to receiving dirty looks from the upper class, but you can literally feel everyone's disdain for you. Why are you here? Why are you in a corner by yourself? I can't believe I let you talk me into this. Totally worth it. For reasons unknown, you lose your train of thought. I've been waiting for this. What do you think? I've been wanting to wear this dress for a while now. What do you think? Damn! This makes it all worth it. What's wrong? You suddenly feel extremely flustered. It's difficult to make eye contact with her. Oh, I see. Damn! Are you enchanted by my beauty? Come on! Say something! Okay, another one. Beautiful! Just immaculate. Where is everyone else, by the way? Like, it's empty here and here. You figured there'd be like someone, yeah, whatever. Moving on. Ever since that night in Oranax, you felt like something's been off between you two. Haha, love is in the air tonight. Does she know? Am I interrupting something? Do you think she's a I'd rather not think about it. Miss Tamora? I wanted to check in on you two before we went to meet with Lord Frega. Why are you meeting with Lord Sega? You spot a woman silently following behind her. Hey, it's you! Isn't she the client that Miss Tamora is representing? I'm pretty sure this is your first time meeting her, but she looks so familiar for some reason. Hi, I'm Tyrion Cuthbert, attorney of the Arcane. I'm Miss Tamora's ward. You extend out your hand to shake hers. She has an aristocratic air to her, so you hope you're not being too informal. Instead of taking your hand, she claps her hands together and takes a deep breath. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's a bit of a habit of mine. Oh. Nevertheless, she finally shakes her hand. Oh, she can smile. Okay, that's very nice. I heard so much about you, Mr. Cuthbert. My name is Beatrice. You're not sure about the details, but your mentor appears to be brokering a deal between Beatrice and William Frege, which rhymes with Sega. William Frege is the ruling Lord of House Frege, which rhymes with Sega, so you're a little curious about what kind of deal he'd be involved in. But you've also learned not to pry into your mentor's business. Anyways, you'll probably be gone for a while. Can I trust you two not to cause trouble? You're in a manor filled with the highest members of society. You might meet some familiar yet unfriendly faces. We'll keep a low profile. Please do. That is going to be blown out of the water. So apparently this is Celeste's theme. I did not know. It plays during the peaceful, happy moments. Very fitting. So, why were you so insistent on accompanying Miss Tamora to the Lord's Ball? Ah, that's none of your business, Tyrion. Shut up. You know you can tell me anything, right? Aww. Oh! That's so adorable. I guess everything that happened in Ornax made me think about things. I don't really know anything about my past or where I came from. You mean like your nobility lineage? I didn't want to think about it because of my mom and dad, but you wanted to find out who your biological parents are. I do, but I don't know now. Being here is starting to make me feel weird. I still have my mom, and looking for my birth parents feels wrong somehow. I don't think that's true. Really? Miss Tamora adopted me when I was a child, and she gave me a purpose in life. But I still keep my childhood memories of my mother close to me. Miss Tamora and my mother are both important to me. I don't think it's disrespectful to find out more about yourself, and I'm sure your mother will understand. You think so? Of course. And I'm also sure of another thing. If I'm with you, I doubt any of the nobles here will want to speak with you. Is that a good or bad thing? Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, but don't worry, I can find something to fill the time. You're just going to play chess alone, aren't you? God damn it. Maybe? You really need to learn to talk to other people. Make some new friends or something. I don't need more friends. I usually want to spend most of my time with you anyways. My brain is so scrambled. That is so smooth. God damn. Whew. Anyways, I'm going to try to talk to some people. Yeah, I'll see you later. Whew. Celeste leaves to mingle with some of the other partygoers. You find yourself with very little to do, and you doubt anyone will want to engage in small talk from the likes of you. Your hand instinctively goes to your satchel. It contains your foldable chessboard. Well, it's not as if I have anything better to do. I should try to find an empty table to play on. Ooh, several gold-tinted chandeliers hang from the ceiling of the ballroom. They look fancy enough to be worth a small fortune. It irks you a little how much wealth Lord Sega must be hoarding to afford all this. Ooh, each table has a centerpiece of flowers on it. Most of the seats at the table are filled. It doesn't look like you'll be able to play here. Okay. To the hallway. This place looks pretty quiet, but there aren't any tables. Well, I could play on the floor like some Neanderthal. Oh! What the? Okay, while walking through the hallways, you suddenly find yourself face to face with a large wolf. Immediately upon seeing you, the wolf quickly gallops away. Did someone leave a door open? You think about telling someone, but you remember that the manor is full of nobles, so you want the wolves to like eat the nobles or something? I mean, I understand, but still. You're sure servants will spot it eventually, and it's not as if anyone will believe you. But it'd be probably best to find somewhere else to play. There are several jewels mounted on the wall, as they all look equidistant from each other. You already know that House Freyga is wealthy, but embedding jewels in the walls makes the place look very tacky. Oh, chandeliers in the hallways. It's ridiculous when you actually think about it. Okay. You look further around the manor and find a room with several displays. It looks like a gallery of some sort, but it's slightly out of place here. There are a few nobles in the room, and they're all silently appreciating the exhibits. Perhaps Lord Sega paid a museum to create some historical displays of the Lord's Ball, for the Lord's Ball. Now there's a face I haven't seen before. As you take a closer look at one of the exhibits, an old man approaches you. Is that a monkey on his back? Hello, my name is Harold Haroldson. Your parents got real lazy naming you, huh? I'm surprised you aren't called Haroldson Harold. I'm the curator of this collection. Harold Haroldson. Is that a pseudonym or something? No. I see. Wait, he's a museum curator? He must be knowledgeable about Wyvernguard's history. You wonder. Would you happen to know anything about the ancient dragons? Ah, like the Scale Lord Rathalion. There are many pieces in this gallery, and some of them were items that were well wielded by the 7 heroes of Wyvernguard. Legends say some of these items were directly enchanted by Rathalion himself. Enchanted by Rathalion? Would that mean they also don't follow the rules of nature? Perhaps you should examine these items closely. It's a crimson red short sword. It's the sword of spell eating. Again, right from Black Clover. Legends say it has the power to protect its wielder from any kind of magic. So it's like an anti-magic field? In a way, yes, but it has less than heroic origins, I'm afraid. It said the sword was created through the blood pact between a mage and a demon. A demon? Legends say that some demons have the power to absorb and nullify magic. Hey! Black Clover called. They... Why? Okay. Okay, come on. Focus. Man, when's the anime gonna continue? It's been like a year or so. A demon must have imbued some of that power into this sword. Or at least that's what the legends say. Is it safe to put something like that on display? What if the legends are true? Nah. These displays are fortified with several abjuration spells. I don't know what this means. Why? I'd bet even Lord Steelwind would have trouble getting into this. Huh, okay. It's a painting of a researcher. This is Professor Matt Furland. He's a professor of some renown. He was a researcher of combinatorial magic theory. What's that? A game theory. It's a study of how different types of magic interact with each other. He famously ran an experiment on what would happen if two anti-magic fields overlapped each other. That's actually pretty interesting. What are the results? Well, they had mages enter the space where the two fields overlapped. It turns out the magics were able to use the magic in the space. Wait, how could this happen? They would have had two anti-magic fields affecting them. When the two fields overlap, they cancel each other out. I heard it's akin to multiplying two negative numbers together. It's a painting of some sort of scientists. It looks like if he throws the crystals, it'll explode, okay? I'm just saying. This man is Dr. Luke Skywalker. This is a horrible name. Luke Skywalker. He was an alchemist and inventor from one of the Branch families. He's well known for his studies into imbuing intelligence into automatons? Intelligent automatons. Would that make them similar to arcane constructs? Yes, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if Lord Lloyd used his research to create these constructs. So in essence, Lloyd is taking credit for someone else's work. Is this like a callback to Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison? It's a pair of metallic armbands. There are several magical runes carved into them. Ah, the armbands of intellect, created by a member of House Frege many centuries ago. Centuries? That would make these armbands one of the first creations of artificery. Correct! I can say whoever wore these armbands would be granted unparalleled levels of intellect. Many believed House Frege created these to aid in the study of magic. It's a pair of golden earrings. There are small jewels embedded into each of them. Ah, the earrings of vitality. It's said the Scale Lord imbued a portion of his immortality into these. Legends say that whoever wore them would have their lifespan increased tenfold. The Scale Lord could do things like that? Of course! He is the Scale Lord after all. Okay. Are there any spells that can create a similar effect to those earrings? Not that I know of. A spell like that would probably fall under the school of necromancy. And I'm sure you know how much the kingdom scrutinizes that kind of magic. Yeah. So what is a historian doing at the Lord's Ball? Harold. Right, Harold. Anyways, Lord Frege invites my museum to set up some displays here every year. He must think it adds a semblance of culture. The fool. You own a museum? Yes, it's the Haraldson's Hall of History, located in the city of Harris. That's a mouthful. Unfortunately, I don't think his guests appreciate the historical significance of these items. I mean, they did call the sword of magic eating or whatever useless. Also, what are you looking at? Why here? Honestly, I think you're the only person in years who's taken a meaningful interest in them. Sorry, I have to ask. Is that a monkey? Yes, this is my familiar, Eugene. Crabs? Your familiar? A familiar is a creature that a mage has formed a magical bond with. With that bond, our souls and magic are forever connected. If I can communicate with him telepathically. I could even cast my spells through him. Really? I never knew a spell like that existed. It's quite rare. Very few mages take the time to learn how to cast it. Eugene helps me with my day-to-day. These old bones aren't as spry as they used to be, after all. Harold. Harold. As a historian, do you have a lot of knowledge about the ancient dragons? The answer to that question is somewhat complicated. Yes or no? What do you mean? Unfortunately, a lot of historical texts in my collection have been altered or even outright destroyed by the Church of Bahamut. Because of that, it's quite difficult to separate myths from actual historical accounts. Right, I remember encountering a similar problem in the Imperial Academy. Ah, you must be quite dedicated to your studies. They let this simpleton into the Imperial Academy? Rude, but you suppose that can't be helped. I had to fight the church for a long time before I could even display dragon bones in my museum. In the history of the ancient dragons, were there any instance of them granting powers to humans? Well, of course. That's the entire premise behind the 7 Heroes of Isengard. Does this idiot not even know about that? Right, but was there anything before that? Did they ever grant supernatural abilities that doesn't follow the rules of nature? Granting supernatural abilities, you say? This sounds more like something demonic in nature, rather than draconic? Demonic? Much like the ancient dragons, demons are the stuff of myths. There are many stories of people selling their souls to them for untold power. Selling their souls. You recall a note that your mother left before she was executed. Use my eyes. Peer beyond the divine gates as I once did. She told you to use her eyes. Did your mother make a deal with the demon to give you the Eye of Horus? Is something wrong? This simpleton is far too superstitious. No, nothing wrong. It's a bit too much to take in, but you might just be overthinking this. There haven't been any recorded sightings of demons in recent history. There are only second-hand stories and superstitions. The Eye of Horus heresy can't possibly be demonic. Can it? Oh, it definitely can. He hopes Celeste's investigation is going better than yours. Ooh, food! Ah, people! How dare you insinuate that I'm engaged in an adulterous relationship? That's not what I... Oh, man. Enough! If you try to speak with me again, I'll have the King's Guard throw you out. This isn't working! I don't think asking them like that will be very effective. What? Did you expect anyone here to be truthful with you? Okay, the blink is not proper. But the dress is very proper. Looking sharp, Arya. Aster, you really scored big on this one. Good for you, man. Go, Aster, go. Okay. But again, the eyes aren't fully blinking. Okay. You're essentially asking them if they cheated on their spouses. Have you been spying on me? Not intentionally. I was just surprised to see you here of all places. Right, guess that makes sense. See, her eyes actually close. You're not party crashing, are you? Of course not. I came here with Ruby and Tyrion. That honestly raises more questions than answers, but I'll take your word for it. Anyways, you're looking for your birth parents, aren't you? Was I being that obvious? It's the only reason I could think of. Why else would you be trying to speak with members of the nobility? Again, she's looking really nice. And the flower is blue, just like, the little bit of, the blue hair. It's so, yeah. Very nice, very nice. I don't know if it's any of his business, if it's any of my business. But think hard about whether this is what you truly want. Okay, see? See? Her eyes are blinking! They're actually blinking! Getting entangled in the aristocracy will only bring you misery. I've read your file. You have everything you could ever want. You have your mother, your friends, you even have a lover. Ooh! But what? You're in a relationship with Tyrion. Are you not? No, Tyrion's not my... Really? From the way you behave around each other, I just assumed. It's pretty obvious you have feelings for him. What? How obvious? Did he seriously not notice? I'd think someone with his deductive reasoning skills would easily see through you. Oh yeah? What about you and Aster? Oh ho ho! I have no idea what you're talking about. Come on! I was there at Lloyd Manor. It's so obvious you like him. Please, you're grossly exaggerating things. Sure. I have the video, You want me to show you? He may be my fiancé, but I only have the utmost respect for him. And what if I told you he was standing right behind you? Ha ha ha, surprise attack. Do you honestly think I'd fall for something like that? What are you falling for? Ah! Ah! Ha ha! Oh! This... Just when I thought episode 3 couldn't be topped. Actually, it's still not topped, but this is a close second. And her eyes are actually fully closing, which is very nice. Okay, I have to move on, or else I'll be here for hours. I can't afford that. Your Highness! Oh, hello, Lady Steelwind. Who are you? Your Highness, please don't run ahead like that. The conversation with Harold was definitely interesting, but you find yourself with very few leads. Be it dragons or demons, the Eye of Horus, the origins of the Eye of Horus heresy still remains a mystery. You find yourself returning to the ballroom, and you spot Celeste in the corner of with some of the people. Is she with Aster and Steelwind? Hey Aster, what do you think of Steelwind's dress? It suits you very well, Miss Steelwind. You look lovely. Oh man, this is so adorable. Okay. Come on. Move on. Gross. Get this kid out of here. Man. As you approach the group, you're stopped by a knight from the King's Guard. He stares you down. What? Repario Arcanum. Oh, that's the magic. That's the detect magic spell. Yes. The knight stares you up and down. Celeste hasn't cast any spells on you lately, so he shouldn't be able to see any traces of magic. Why would Celeste cast any spells on you at all? This implies that she did, like, more than 2 days ago. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert. What was that all about? My apologies. I've been making sure you weren't disguising yourself as an illusion. The King's Guard are charged with keeping us safe. They must take every precaution to protect us. Oh, and who are you? Do not speak so familiarly with me, peasants. Okay, I want to punch him. Okay, let me see if it's illegal to punch a child. I'll do that afterwards. Alaric! Don't speak to him like that. Why shouldn't I speak to him as I please? I am Prince Alaric, the Wyvern the Sixth. I will not demote myself by showing courtesy to a poor person. Doesn't he mean demean? Okay. Occupation Prince? Huh. I'm terribly sorry about him, Mr. Cuthbert. It's fine. Anyways, weren't you supposed to be investigating your birth parents? Leave the poor woman alone. She started it. Right. I'm actually quite surprised to see you both here. What brings you here, Mr. Cuthbert? We were just accompanying Miss Tamara. Her client has business with Lord Sega. Her client? Ooh, god damn. Hey, come on. She's pissed. But Beatrice? Talk about an angry ex. Oh, wait a minute. Aster's 26 and Arya's 18. That's an 8-year difference. Beatrice suddenly storms through the ballroom. She almost walks right past you before she hears Aster's voice. She looks furious. Did her discussion with Lord Sega go badly? Oh, that voice. Is that you, Aster? It really is you. 8-year difference. Damn, okay. Oh wait. How old is... it's 8 years. She called him Aster instead of Your Highness. Do they personally know each other? I'm so glad to well, quote-unquote see you again. It's been quite some time. Ooh. Is that really all you have to say? Yeah, she's 18! That's an... Okay. Damn. So she knows. It appears you two have much to talk about. I'll be taking my leave. There's a bit of tension in the air. Celeste, we should probably get going too. Yeah. Wow. That was awkward. Yeah, I wonder how those two know each other. she's working with Mr. Mora, but she somehow knows Lord Sega and the Crown Prince. Just who is she? Well, you suppose it's none of your business. Anyways, how did your investigation go? I got nothing. I think all I did was make a bunch of nobles mad. Hey, Tyrion does that every day. By simply doing what he does. Sorry. I know you really wanted answers, but I'm sure something will come up. You think so? It might be a little irresponsible to give her hope like this. A noble abandoned her at a tavern in a rundown village. You doubt anyone like that would make themselves easy to find. Anyways, I don't want this night to be a total loss. Come on, dance with me. Yes! Yes! Oh, I should be too loud. I shouldn't be too loud. It's... what time is it? Oh, it's 4 a.m. Perfect. I should be too loud. Oh my god. What? That's not really something I... Don't be like that. How often do we get to go to a party like this? Before you have a chance to object, she grabs your hand and starts dragging you to the middle of the room. Tyrion! I'm so happy for you! Yes! Yes! Whew! And the music's pretty nice too. Receive a few dirty looks from the rich people. Celeste, people are staring at us. Who cares what they think? They're nobles. They're going to hate us no matter what we do. She holds of your other hand and begins to pull you into a wall. I don't even know how to dance. I've never done this before. Hold on, Mummy, get the camera! Oh wait, I don't want to wake her up. Okay, I'll get it. Hold on. Okay. That was worth it. That was nice. Tyrion, you did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it. Don't screw this up, man. It's easy. Just don't be awkward about it. That's easy for her to say. Alright. Lead the way. Well, first... you need to be closer to me. With one swift motion, she pulls your body closer to hers. Yes. Watch my movements and try to follow my lead. You seem to know about a lot of these things. This is perfect. Oh boy. I have work in 3 hours. That's not important. That's not important. This is good. This is good. This is good. I have a lot. Come on. I had to do a lot of networking when I was a mercenary. Do you know how many times I had to charm a merchant into hiring me? I see. You really don't know much about her, don't you? You carefully watch the position of her feet and try to match her movements. After a while, you find yourself able to match her rhythm, but you still accidentally step on her foot every few beats. She doesn't seem fazed by it, Either she's being polite or she genuinely doesn't feel anything. Or both. You're getting it, but don't focus so much up on where your feet are. Just look at me. But what? Come on, do it. You try to break eye contact with her, but every time you do, you slowly find yourself being drawn back to her eyes. Huh? Ah. Very nice, very nice. Tyrion, very nice, very nice. You feel so embarrassed that you're becoming lightheaded, and you find yourself sweating more than usual. But at the same time, you don't have an urge to break away from. You don't have an urge to break away from her. There's a comforting warmth behind all the anxiety you're feeling. Ah, there it is. The infamous Tyrion Cuthbert. Never turns away from challenging a noble, but can't dance a step to save his life. Her expression doesn't betray a hint of it, but you still detect feelings of nervousness from her. Is she just as flustered as you are? You find yourself relaxing a bit more, and you're somehow able to continue matching her movements. Bravo, Tyrion. You did it. Please don't screw this up. If you screw this up, I will be very sad. All 10 viewers will see me cry. Will hear me cry. Okay? They will hear me cry. But that's only if you screw this up. Okay? Don't screw this up. Okay. See? There you go. Oh. Although... What is it? You know the man is supposed to lead, right? Maybe I don't subscribe to gender norms. Or maybe you just suck at this. It's been a while since you felt this calm. It's always been something you needed to prepare for. Bad news about that, Tyrion. Bad news about that. A client that needed saving, a culprit needed catching. But you're quite content with this one brief moment you're able to spend with her. You almost find yourself getting lost in the mood. Until you spot a familiar face, accompanied by a legion of knights. God damn it. No! Don't tell me! The knights storm their way through where Beatrice and Aster are. Several of the attendees take notice. They all stop what they're doing to see what's going on. Beatrice Freyga, by the authority of the Wyvern Crown, you're under arrest. Did he just say Beatrice Freyga? Damn it! It was just getting good! Ah, she's so angry. Honestly, I'm angry too, but hey, that's just how the game goes. We should go see what's happening, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's go. You are completely out of line, Commander. Damn. Angry Aster. I thought I told you to stand down. Do you not recognize who you're speaking to? Let go of Lady Freyga. I can't really do that, Your Highness. Aster, what's going on? It's Lord Freyga. He was found murdered in his study. And these cretins think that Beatrice is behind it somehow. Everywhere Tyrion goes, man. Sorry, Your Highness. My orders came straight from Steelwind. Steelwind sent you? Beatrice takes a deep breath and claps her hands together. I should go with them. What? No! My brother is right. They have no right to. I don't want to cause friction between you and Arya. She's always been meticulous. I'm sure she's just being careful. I'm sure I'll be incarcerated once they've thoroughly investigated what happened. Exonerated. I assume that means let go. Okay. Only if that's what you truly want. No one wants to go to jail, okay? No one wants this. What? You can't just let them take her away. Brother, she's right. It's not our place to interfere with the laws of our kingdom. But, however... Yes, your highness? Miss Beatrice is blind. One of your knights will need to escort her. She's what? Did he just say she's blind? Anyways, we're going to need to take you to a holding cell. I guess one of you stay with her and guide her through. Please, I may be disabled, but I'm not a child. Beatrice walks past the knights and heads towards the foyer. It appears she already knows the way out. Shouldn't you all be following her? Right. Inquisition, move out. You definitely didn't expect the night to go like this. What's going on? Well, that was quite an episode. I must say, starting the episode through the eyes of Tamara was pretty cool. And we get to hear her voice, we get to see some new character portraits of her. But I'm noticing a lot of visual glitches. I'm not sure if that's just the way it is, but I don't really care. I like this game, so, you know. It was very nice seeing Arya and Celeste in those nice dresses. If only I could see Tyrion wearing a nice tuxedo or something like that, but... ah well, that's quite a shame. Or maybe he always wears one, so he doesn't need to. Who knows? I don't. Yeah, and starting this episode right into the cross-examination is a change of pace, because so far it's always been, oh, the first 10 to 20 minutes are happy, but then murder. Now it's into the action, and then, yeah, it cuts from the middle to the beginning. So it's pretty cool, you know. Yeah. And when they danced, woo, yeah, made my day complete, and it just started. Can't wait. Can't wait to see how it progresses. You know, the relationship. It's so beautiful, man. I hope they don't screw it up. I really hope not. I'm attached to the characters. Celeste's best girl, you know. It's getting interesting. Demonic tools, history, Black Clover reference, I guess. Yeah, it's all coming together. Anyway. With that being said, thank you for watching my playthrough of Tyrion Cuthbert. If you like what you see, stay tuned and stay awesome. Good night.